Alrighty, that sounds good. Hello everybody, we're ready for another day of 10k's. If the good Lord's willing, we'll do our best. Knock on wood. Yeah, this is game number 1, also known as game number 121. Let's go. Let's sing our theme song real quick. Just waking up in the morning, gotta thank God. I don't know, but the day seems kinda odd. No barking from the dog, no fog, and mama cooked up breakfast with no clog. Today was a good day. Do 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 do. I went back and watched a whole bunch of VODs of the tournament that happened over the weekend. It's so funny how different people's perceptions are. Poor Brother Love was perceived as the toxic killer of the entire tournament. It's so weird to me. Like, it was a competitive tournament, and this is how they frame it though. It was just for fun, quotes, right? There's prizes and prestige, and I wanted to do a good job. There's a part of me that I was raised to, always try your best and not just phone things in. Hey, how you doing, Immortal Ops? But I upset a couple people during the tournament with my playstyle. The funny thing about that is in game 1 of the tournament, I got absolutely farmed by the team that won the tournament, which I'm not upset with that because we got 8K in 3 categories and we got good points that game. But in the first game, my goal was slug 3, hook 1. Never got to the point where I could hook 1. I got absolutely destroyed in game 1. And so I changed things up in game 2, and they is not a fan of the change up. Let me just put it to you that way. It just surprised me. It just surprised me that, this is Dead by Daylight, right? It's a PvP game. You do what you can to win versus a team who's on comms and has every advantage, right? I've watched a lot of competitive tournaments, and these people did a really great job with their tournament. But if they didn't want killers to do killer type things, and I'm not talking about the tournament people, I'm talking about the survivors. I don't think they understand the nature of a competitive tournament. Anyway, we had fun, and we're going to have fun today. Mortal Ops, how are you doing? What's going on with you? What games are you playing right now, buddy? We are just starting the stream. We're getting warmed up. We're getting warmed up to have a fun, good time. Game number 1. Let's go. Today might be the day I get beat for the first time. Hey, Soji DBD, God bless you. I hope you're having a good morning. How are you doing? What's going on with your life? Yeah, it's funny. This is actually the subject that I've struggled with DBD the longest. There's a part of me that just wants to let everybody live. And then there's a competitive part of me that wants to do anything possible to win. And it's something I struggled with for the longest time with DBD. I have uninstalled this game like 20 times. My wife hates me playing it. Sometimes I feel bad for killing people in a pretend video game. But I think I've come to a really good point right now. When I stream, I give it 100% to kill everybody. And when I'm off stream, I play friendly killer and just relax. So I think I've found a good homeostasis for me. And yeah, I didn't wish anybody any ill will. I liked all the teams. I watched everybody that I played against, and I rooted for them. I was just so nervous, my first ever tournament. I don't know. I think we did the best we could. Blueberries blew it out of the water, man. That dude was on his A game. I didn't even know there was another Demogorgon in the tournament, so I'm going to have to go watch the teams again and watch the other demo. See they did differently. Just got off work. I've been bouncing from DVD to GTA and Animal Crossing. All right. You know, I'm interested in friendly games. Very interested in friendly games. I like friendly, relaxing things. A huge fan of Torchlight because it's so friendly, but it's also like Diablo. But it's just so friendly in comparison. I wouldn't mind a friendly version of an asymmetrical game like this. Identity really close. Identity V. And VHS looks much friendlier than Dead by Daylight. So yeah, I get sometimes you just want to chill out and relax and have a good time. Me too. But this is actually my chill out game. I bought Diablo 2 Resurrected expecting to play hundreds of hours of it. I have managed 1 hour of a game that I really look forward to for a long time because I'm so obsessed with this game. I don't know, I just feel like I haven't learned everything that you can learn in Dead by Daylight. I haven't learned all the tricks and such. I feel like there's so much to learn. Like, I just play one character mainly, right? I've been on Demogorgon for about 3 months now. And I'm not close to mastering this character yet. And then I played the new Bird Lady the other day to get her achievements. It took me, I'd say 8 or 9 games of her, and I was just spamming her abilities constantly, not even trying to kill people. One game I played lasted 30 minutes. And all I did was I spammed crows at all the generators the entire game, and I kept knocking them down doing that. It was pretty funny. The new killer is super strong. Super strong. And you know what's funny about that is the new killer is one of the strongest killers upon release, and yet the new killer's 3 achievements are the 3 most rare achievements in Dead by Daylight. That tells you basically the state of playing killer right now. It's really unfun to play killer if you're trying to win every single game. Some people can do it. Some people are masters of the game and it doesn't bother them. Like True Talent, Ots, people like that. It just seems like they never get discouraged, right? Unfortunately, I'm a normal human being who doesn't have the greatest skill in this game, and so I play the way I play. If you have Animal Crossing, it has a huge fan base. The artist is fun. Yeah, the artist is fun. Animal Crossing is the kind of game that my wife would play. Absolutely no doubt about it. That's my wife's type of game. I like something just slightly more competitive, like this game. It's why I've stuck to this game for going on the higher side of 5,000 hours, right? It's satisfying. It's satisfying to win chases. It's satisfying to face a really skilled survivor and to beat them. It feels very good. But yeah, Animal Crossing seems so friendly. There's a Riot game that they're making right now that's kind of like a very friendly, social-based game that gives me Animal Crossing vibes. And I'm in their Discord. I'm looking forward to that game. But again, every time I try and play a new game, I always come back to Dead by Daylight. I don't even think I'm going to attempt to play VHS for another year at least. At least for another year. And you might ask, why another year, Brother Love? Well, it's because it's going to take me another year to reach my goals in Dead by Daylight. See, I set goals to reach every day in Dead by Daylight, and it's going to take me a year to hit 100,000 shred downs. That's my ultimate goal. And then I might change killer mains, or I might play another killer a great deal, or I might play some Diablo 2 Resurrected and not worry about my record getting beat. Any one of those is acceptable. But when I set a record, I want to make it so insurmountable that nobody even is crazy enough to attempt it. And we are currently we're in the lead by a large margin on shred downs. The good thing about playing Demogorgon is he is the legacy killer main now. So that's the good thing about playing him. He is only going to get more popular as time goes on because people can't get him. But I suspect, honestly, Stranger Things is going to come back to DVD. It might take a year, it might take 2 years, but I just think there's too much money to be made by everybody, and they don't want to leave it on the table. So I can see us getting Dusty Buns and 11 and some new things like that. That would make me happy. Yeah, like I said, I just think there's too much money to be made that they haven't made yet. The game I keep going back to is Grand Theft Auto Online. Hey, I get it. I understand. We all love what we love. And it's hard to stay away. I played EverQuest for 20 years. I'd go back once a year and play it for a couple months for 20 years. You love what you love. Yeah, these hooks aren't in good places, but I got nothing but time on my hands, so. I've got nothing but time on my hands, David. We can do this for 4 more minutes until the other one bleeds out. But I totally get that. You fall in love with the game, and it's just the perfect game for you. And it took me a long time to fall in love with Dead by Daylight. I played it casually for the first year. No regrets. I mean, it took me a long time to settle on a killer main that I felt comfortable with. Good game, ladies and gentlemen. God bless you. I hope you all have a good day. And that was game number 1. Yay! Game number 120. Moving on to game number 2. I keep buying the Elder Scrolls. Yeah, I understand. And never play them. I keep buying all the upgrades for Skyrim. Like every time they come out with a new pack, and I say, this time I'm gonna play a dual wielding swordsman, and then 2 hours later I'm a stealth archer. Like every single time I play the game is way more fun as a stealth archer. Oh man, I just love it. Elder Scrolls is awesome. I'm looking forward to the new one if it ever comes out. If it ever comes out. But they just released a big patch for Diablo 2 Resurrected, and they nerfed flame walls back to its original intended purpose. It's still great in the exact same way it used to be, but now it just doesn't multiply the damage. It wasn't supposed to do that. But you know what they didn't nerf? To my knowledge, they didn't nerf the cold damage increase, which I'm really grateful for, because as much as I like Diablo 2, the game is like mega hardcore. Mega hardcore. There's only a couple of builds that are viable, and I would rather, call me old-fashioned, but I like every build to be viable. because there's no competitive scene for Diablo 2. It's basically a dead game. I mean, for all intents and purposes, right? They're not going to make an esport out of it. They might as well milk the customers as much as possible. How much money can I give you, Blizzard? And just let me play that Werebear and it be viable in hardcore Tristram, right? But I'm in the minority there because people love Diablo 2 and they want it to stay as close to vanilla as possible. What's that? 6 won't come out until they stop redoing 5? Yeah. That's probably the truth. I love Skyrim. I adore that game. It is... I spent a lot of time playing it. And I say a lot of time, air quotes, probably a couple of 100 hours. I mean, the games I put the most time in is League of Legends, EverQuest, and this one. I was a Heimerdinger main, but because I didn't like toxic chat, I played mostly bots games. The highest I've ever been in ranked is silver, and I was proud to get that. I'm gonna be honest with you. Can't believe I ever hit silver in League of Legends. I am a very unskilled player. I played Heimerdinger, Teemo, and Sona. Those were the 3 that I played the most. And I just wasn't smart enough to play Dota. I tried like 10 different times to get into Dota 2. And that game is beyond my ability to game. Just like StarCraft 2. Beyond my personal capabilities. I like them. I'm just not good at them. But I hope you're having a good morning, and thank you so much for talking with me. I greatly appreciate that, Mortal Ops. Yeah, we're just getting ready for our next beautiful game of DBD. I do expect to get beat too. Don't get me wrong. I've kind of won the lottery so far with the teams I've been facing, but there comes a point when the math is going to say it's time for you to face a comp team, and then I'm going to get absolutely annihilated. That's Dead by Daylight. Everybody has a 1.56% chance per game to face a team of exceeding quality. I've done 3,000 games so far at multiple MMRs, and it's the same for every MMR. About 15% of 100, 15 out of 100 games will always be against teams of exceeding quality. So my day's coming. There's a reckoning coming. I'm going to eventually lose a game. But until then, I'm going to enjoy the ride and have fun. I got a couple builds I've been practicing, and I would like to try some win streaks with those builds. I have the Seeker, I have La Tigre, and I have Brannigan's Law from Futurama. And I want to try those builds and see how long I can go on them without getting defeated. And I do need to do a perkless, add-on-less attempt at some point. I'm not in a rush. When it happens, it'll happen. I'm watching, hoping I don't get you as killer. Well, this is the only 10 times a day I kill people. So that's funny though. This is the only 10 games a day I even kill people. The rest of the day I just relax and chill. Yeah, the in-game chat for me is just too toxic. I'm getting old. I'm getting to the point where I just really don't want to have people tell me they want me to die of horrible diseases because they lost in a video game. I'm just beyond that point. In fact, if they was just to take away in-game chat at this point, I would probably be 100% fine with it. Because I'm the kind of person, I can't help myself. I have to communicate with the opposite team. I have to see what they're thinking. And yeah, it's often not nice things. Like, when I let people live, they say things to me like, why don't you just play the game? Well, I got 1 stack of barbecue from all of you. I maxed out my shred points. What more do you want from me? Bruh, if you want something competitive, you're playing the wrong game. Because other than signing up for comp tournaments, there is no competitive scene officially for Dead by Daylight. So I don't know what people want from me. But the one thing I've learned is you are not going to make everybody happy. You are not going to make everybody happy. That reminds me of a parable I read once. So this father and son wanted to go to market and sell their donkey, right? So they start off on their journey, and for the first mile, the father rides on the donkey and the son's walking along. And they come across some fellow travelers. And the travelers are like, what a selfish, cruel father to make his poor son ride along the side. So the father lets the son ride the donkey. For the next mile, the son rides the donkey and the father walks along the side. And they come across some more travelers on the road. And these travelers say, have you ever seen a bigger spoiled brat than that kid riding the donkey while his poor father has to walk along beside him? So they decide to both walk beside the donkey, right? And as they come to cross a bridge, since nobody was riding the donkey, they lose control over it, and it falls over the side of the bridge and drowns. So the moral of the story is, you cannot please everybody. That's the moral of the story. You cannot please everybody. And that parable has kind of always stuck with me. It seems so true. That's how I met you. That's where console shines, is not getting the in-game toxic chat. I got you. Yeah, it really does shine in that way. It's kind of a two-edged sword, because if you don't talk to people, you don't make a lasting impression, maybe they won't look at your profile. Maybe they won't ever see who you are, you know? I'm one of the weird people that put a lot of effort into my profile. Most people are either A, private profile, or B, they got like a one-liner in their private profile. And most of the people I look up have waifus in their private profile. It's kind of funny. I think that's what they call them. I don't know, but I think that's what they call them, waifus or something like that. Hey, what's up, my dude? GG's, McLovin. GG's. So I go to people's profiles and I'll be like, you guys are weird. And I know that's the pot calling the kettle black, because I'm weird, for sure. You just have to be able to live with yourself, right? And I think I'll manage to be able to live with myself. This team did fairly well. Good team. Here I am chatterboxing away, and these people are actually trying to win the game. How dare you survivors touch my generators? There we go. Everything's nice and set up now. Like I said, I didn't realize that these three ladies were actually trying to win. In this case, you're going to have to sweat a little bit. But that's okay. Brother Love is willing to sweat a little bit. I'm willing to put in the bare minimum. Hello, ladies. Nice to meet you. It's been a long time. You're just as lovely as you used to be. And one girl's pretending to be AFK, so I just chased Miss Speedy Gonzalez over here. This is in fact the map that our comp teams were playing on this weekend. This is the map I got plenty of. The Pale Rose. Man, you ran all the way back across there? She really doesn't want to get caught. I got some bad news for you, sweetie. I know how this game ends. And it's not pleasant. It's not pleasant, but I commend your I commend your attempts. Oh, Miss AFK, stop being AFK, huh? I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that. Yeah, the people I played in the tournament were funny. Like, this guy's so toxic, and I was like, what? Me? Toxic? I don't think I'm toxic. Just trying to win. Just a poor Demogorgon trying to make it in a cruel, cruel world. But I guess it's just a matter of perspective. Hey, what's up? How you doing? So you're telling me Miss AFK, un-AFK long enough just to pick up this girl? Or she has unbreakable. So I'm gonna, yeah, I'll probably, no, I don't really care. I was gonna say I'd look at her perks, but honestly, who cares? Like, it's a great perk. I'll just leave it at that. Unbreakable is a great perk. GG's, ladies. Good effort. Good effort. I give you an A for effort. Well, you got 3 chances, sweetheart. Show me what you got. And Argus 2 tunnels. I do hear survivors complaining about face camping from the artist, but they do that with every killer that comes out. If you remember Pyramid, you should be able to control his box and stop survivors from saving. And they quote unquote fixed that. Yeah, they fixed the game right into a state where killers don't want to play it, right? Good for them. I hope VHS is a incredible success. I really do. Because it'll make this team, it'll make this game better as a consequence. Okay, moving on to game number 3. I hope you forgive me, but it's time to sing some songs. We like to sing songs in between the games. I gotta take it down a notch with this song. If for the prize we have striven, after our labors are o'er, rest to our souls will be given on the eternal shore. Home of the soul, beautiful home, there we shall rest, never to roam, free from all care, happy and bright. Jesus is there, and he is the light. Oft in the storm, lonely are we, sighing for home. longing for thee, beautiful home of the ransom beside the crystal sea. Soon the bright homeland adorning, we shall behold the glad dawn. Lean on the Lord till the morning, trust till the night is gone. Home of the soul, beautiful home, there we shall rest and never to roam. Free from all care, happy and bright, Jesus is there, and He is the light. Oft in the storm, lonely are we, sighing for home, longing for thee, beautiful home of the ransom beside the crystal sea. My problem with this song is A, you really need two people to sing it, and B, I want to hit a note that Michael Jackson in his prime couldn't hit. That's my problem with that particular song. The artist makes the game lag too much when they spam crows. I did not know that. I know some people have a problem with the intoxication effect from the clown. They say it makes them nauseous, and some people, I think they even claim to have seizures. I'm not saying they're lying. I'm saying that is terrible. I'm gonna be honest. Every time they update a killer, they're worse. The only update I've ever seen that made a killer better was the Trapper and the one POV fix for the Blight and the one Wraith buff. Like every other quote unquote buff has just destroyed the killers and the people who play them. Like Billy is just, he is hot garbage right now. And I miss Billy. I miss him. That's why Scott Jund in his little video about the 7.0 update, it tricked me because I wanted Billy to get fixed so bad. I miss playing Billy. I used to have so much fun. I'm not very good on him, but he was fun to play, right? At least you could have a fun time playing him. Yeah, you've seen people DC on Clown more than any other killer. For me, it's Legion. Until you get to the top 1% of MMR, everybody quits on Legion. But when you do get to the top 1%, you get destroyed. The people who can deal with Legion can deal with him. And the people who can't deal with Legion don't want a 30-minute game where they're mending all game, and they'll just disconnect. That's my most disconnected killer, is Legion. I used to play a lot of Clown, but I play a really silly version of Clown where I just want to break all the pallets in the map, so I use Enduring, Brutal Strength, Spirit Fury, Lightborn, and I'll just run around like spamming M1s on people for fun. It's a silly version of Clown. And I'm a terrible Blight player, but I tell you what I'm really good at is hitting people with my M1. And when a team like tries to bully me when I play Blight, I'll M1 them all down and then hook them. Like, I'm a terrible Blight player, but I can hit you with my M1. I mean, I'm a little bit better with him now that his point of view is higher than Victor's. But for a year, he was absolutely dreadful to play. Absolutely dreadful. And I know there's all kind of tricks people do with him with the DPI settings on their mouse. I'm too lazy for that, man. If I gotta jump through hoops to play a killer, I just won't play him. Like, he's just not fun for me. Just like Nurse. Nurse is not fun because she stuns herself with every blink. Has to look at the ground. I hate that. Yeah. And Blight's unfun because you slide off to half the objects. Billy's unfun now because people can get hard through there's people using the exploit where they can auto dead hard when the hit's about to land, and because of the new validation, it's even harder to hit your M2's ability now. I'm not gonna lie, if I am slightly tempted to, if I could use a cheat, to use one. I've never done so in this game, but I can see the appeal. I mean, I'm not gonna be a liar and say it's not appealing. I'd love to be 10% faster as a killer and just M1 everybody on nerfs. When this game starts to die, and I'm absolutely sure that no one's ever going to get banned for the game, and I find a cheat that makes the killer faster, I might use it at that point. I'm talking 5 years down the line, because this game has grown every year. It's doing really well right now, and I wouldn't do that to people. You know, I wouldn't want to cheat. But when it gets to the point where it's the Wild West and everybody's using exploits, well, it's kind of fair then, right? It's just kind of fair at that point. Everybody's doing it. Might as well do it. And I can see that happening in about 5 years. If this company has taught me anything, it's that their greed knows no bounds, and that they're not trustworthy. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm super thankful for this company. I love their game. I love what they've done. I don't trust them as far as I can throw them, but I do appreciate them very much. And you know, there's some people who's had absolutely nothing to do with the bad things that took place in Dead by Daylight, and they're the real losers in that situation, because they didn't do anything wrong. They did their job the correct way, and they don't deserve any hatred at all. You know, we all got bosses and we all get told to do things. And sometimes you just gotta do what you're told. Yeah, I'm very grateful for Dead by Daylight. I mean, how many games give you 6,000 hours of enjoyment? Honestly. And even with the new SBMM, I'm still having fun. I knew I would love it, because the last time they did SBMM 2 years ago for a week, it was the greatest week of my entire life in Dead by Daylight. I adored it. What I didn't like is how they rolled it out. See, what they did is they were scummy about it. They made your highest MMR killer affect all your MMRs, which was a real skeezy thing to do, because you may have never played Trapper before, but because you're the best nurse in the game, your Trappers facing the best teams in the game, frankly, that's stupid. I mean, just to not put too fine of a point on it, I think that's a really bad decision. Personally, I don't like it. So the rollout was terrible, but Brother Love has something on his hands. He's got a little bit of time on his hands. So what did I do? I invested time in losing on every killer. Yep, I gamed the system to lose on every killer a little bit, and now I don't worry about things like facing the best teams. You know, the killer that I actually had the highest MMR on before they nerfed him, Gunslinger. That was my best killer. Hard to believe, isn't it? Because I'm terrible at first-person shooters. And shockingly, I was great with Gunslinger, and then they changed the one thing I liked about him. They took away the one fun thing about Gunslinger, And yeah, it's sad. In my opinion, they took away the one fun thing.
Yeah.
But hey, that was game number 3. Game number 123. We're done.
Yeah.
Let's move right along. Ghostface is your favorite? Well, you are a person of exceeding quality because I am a horrible Ghostface player. I cannot do it. Yeah, he's always the daily I'm afraid to get is Ghostface and Oni. I don't like those 2 dailies. Well, I don't like the Spirit one either. If I can avoid Spirits daily, I'll be happy. GG's, guys. Moving on to game number 4, number 124. Yeah, I like Ghostface. I think he's a very good killer. I don't have what it takes to be a great Ghostface. I'm more of a Michael Myers person myself because I like the snowball potential. But having said that, Ghostface is far superior to Michael Myers. Ghostface has the potential to just have everybody pre-marked and then down everybody. It's pretty amazing. Ghostface is definitely a better stealth killer than Michael Myers for sure. You keep getting campers. They've incentivized killers to not do. So here was the cycle. Used to be everything was fine, but survivors complained anyway. And since survivors make up 80% of the revenue, they decided to nerf one aspect of the killer. So then, next thing you know, slugging became the meta. So for a year, survivors complained about slugging. And now we have out this new boom totem that you can't even slug. So now survivors are complaining about, camping and tumbling. And I can understand, that's unfair, that's unfun. But it's behavior's fault. Like, if they would revert some of these changes they've done, killers would be back to the same normal. I'll put it to you this way. You used to be able to easily hook every survivor and win the game. That was my experience with Dead by Daylight for 2 years. Now it's at the point where you cannot easily chase down and hook a single survivor in a game. And so they'll just face camp. I mean, people are going to do the laziest possible winning tactic they can do. And that is the laziest possible winning tactic that people can do. Yeah. And I blame behavior because they're the ones that are in charge of balance. Yeah, it's definitely not fun to get camped. That's for sure. That's the truth. Doesn't bother me because I'm not trying to be a rank 1 survivor, but for everybody that tries, I totally get your pain. And it's the other people that complain that caused it. Some people are getting what they deserve right now. Let's add booms to the game. The second I heard that, I wanted to uninstall the game. I'm not even lying. The second I found out about boom totems, I was like, you guys are joking. There's no way they're going to add that to the game. Because that is the stupidest idea I've ever heard in my entire life. When killers already have to juggle what feels like the world. And now you got boom totems on top of it, but they did it. Yep. You don't ever have to worry about healing or scratch marks or getting slugged anymore. Throw it all on one boom totem. Like, of course they're going to face camp at that point. Of course. And you know who I'm really great at face camping with? A multitude of killers. Before they changed the grade system, I had just hit rank 1 face camping with a Huntress. Yeah, I hit rank 1 face camping with a Huntress. It took me 5 days. I practiced for 1 week, and then I tried it, and I got to rank 1 doing it. It was super sleeper mode easy. It was super easy. Trickster's incredibly good at defending the hook too. Not as good as Huntress, but he's really great. Bubba, who I was a Bubba main for a long time. I managed to get rank 1 face camping with Freddy before they nerfed Freddy. So now he's a little bit harder to do it on. Hit validation hurt Freddy big time. Yeah. The one thing that was fun about Freddy is that you could always get that Freddy lunge off. That one hit. And now, I played one game recently where 6 hits didn't count. And it wasn't because they dead-harded. Just 6 hits didn't count. Like, that'll make you never want to play a killer again. Considering missing 1 hit is the difference between winning and losing a good match. And 2 survivors lived that match. I'll never forget that match. It is scarred in my memory forever. You just don't forget games like that. Welcome to the game, Bill. My name is Brother Love. I will be your host. Let me find a nice, comfortable place for you. How about this hook up here? And then I'm gonna go kick that generator that you were working on. Yoink! There we go. There we go. Good job. Not a big fan of the blonde-haired thing. I'm gonna be honest. I think it's kind of an ugly look. But that's just my personal preference. You must not have got the memo. Here you go, buddy. I got you back. I got you back. There you go. I wanted to grab him, but he had made it too far through the animation. Alright, Bill, if you insist. Johnny Ringo! I'll be your huckleberry. Okay, what we need here is some kind of a hero survivor situation. Somebody to come and try and save everybody. There goes David, and there you are. You could be on my team, David. I admire what you're trying to do. I got nothing at all against you, David. I love to see it when survivors try and help each other. I prefer it that way. Okay, Blondie, where'd you go? I see scratch marks over here somewhere. Where did you go? Where did you go? Well, she's not unhooking anybody. But we have time. We're not in a rush. They didn't bring any offerings. We've got time. Scratch marks over here. Blood on the ground. There you are. GG's. know blocking doesn't stop you from seeing them in matches, right? It just means you can't talk to them. Now that's to the best of my knowledge. But that's exactly what Scott Jones said. Scott said it doesn't, so I tend to believe you. What? Didn't I put the girl on the hook first? So I'm guessing she's in a locker? I thought I had already Kobe'd her. I guess not. I guess that was her first hook. Huh. Oh well. GG's. I gotta pay closer attention to these games. I'm gonna make a mistake. That was game number 124. Moving on to 125. Really? You never run into them again? Is that because you're absolutely sure that when you block them you don't? Or is it just because there's so many killers in the game you never run into them again? But Scott Jones said that that doesn't actually stop you getting matched with them. I don't know. Maybe. Isn't the danger that you'll block so many people that it only gives you time? That's also a danger. The only time I've ever blocked anybody on Steam is when they write a nasty message to me. And then I'll block them for like a month, and they'll forget about me, and then I'll unblock them. Let's go. Singing the next song. Is it for me, dear Savior, thy glory and thy rest? For me so weak and sinful, oh, shall I be so blessed? Oh, Savior, my Redeemer, what can I but adore? And magnify and praise thee, and love thee evermore. I'll be with thee forever, and never grieve thee more. Dear Savior, I must praise thee, and love thee evermore. O Savior, my Redeemer, what can I but adore? And magnify and praise thee, and love thee evermore. Yeah, there's one survivor in particular. I've played him like 7 times over the last 2 years. His name's Bread. It got to the point I was like, hey Bread, what you doing today, man? We'd have a conversation. And if anybody was going to block me, it would have definitely been Bread, because at least 3 of those matches were when I was playing a face camp and Bubba. But I reckon Bread just is the kind of survivor that never gives up, doesn't block. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I don't blame you. Listen, if I knew for a fact that blocking somebody meant I'd never have to face Spirit again, I would block every Spirit player I faced. And I would be fine with the queue times. I hate facing Spirit mains. Ugh. That is my Achilles heel. Wow, it's 40 degrees outside today. Woo! I had to go get some dog food this morning. Not a great day for shorts, let me just say that. Like, it was super windy. I thought I was gonna freeze to death. Game number 125. Let's go. Let's do it. I really like this new routine. I like the routine of streaming 2 hours a day because you can find 2 hours at different points in the day. It just feels right. It feels good. Yeah, I'm not worried about the survivor that's running around, but when I get Lethal Pursuer and I see somebody on a generator already, that worries me. And it's a Claude. What? No scratch marks. She didn't have sprint burst. This Claudette's a witch. She's a wizard. I'm gonna have to. Claudette, don't let me find you. Don't let me find. Oh, there you are. What the guacamole? I am going to face camp you. That's all there is to it. You get to face camp. You're too dangerous to let go. No. It's too late for pleasantries now. Onto the hook you go. Guys, this team's froggy. This team's froggy. We got some gamers here. We got some gamers, some ballers, some playmakers, some shot callers. We're gonna have to try and win this game. They going for broke. Come here, Claude. Get back on that hook. No. I don't think so. You're too sneaky. Hey, how about you get up the face? How's that sound? You wanna go on the hook? Okay, I'm fine with that. You know what's a great perk? It's called borrowed time. It's just great stuff all the way around. Make sure I downed him real quick before I hook her. Hi, Claude. And now it's your turn. Yeah, go for it, dude. Unhook him. Go for it. Go ahead. And now you can't. So sad. It's so sad. I do. In your face. Look, guys, we're going to defeat Lucifer this game. Get murked. Get murked, Lucifer. I'm going to face camp you. I'm going to make absolute sure you die. Of all the survivors I've ever faced. Anybody that takes a name like that. definitely gonna make sure you die. Just making sure you're comfortable. Don't want you to get lonely. Are you any better at saving people than he is? No? Doesn't look like it. It's so sad. It's so sad. He was too young to die. You know, this team was actually trying to win. How dare you touch my generators? You filthy muggles. Do 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 do. Sometimes it's nice to be Demogorgon. Sometimes it's nice. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. GETMERKED. Get murked. Yeah, that Claudette, she was a scoundrel. It was so hard to find her. But I wasn't gonna give up. And that was game number 125. Live on stream in a row. Kobe, Kobe, Kobe. Hey, I love Kobe, bro. Unfortunately for you, this is the one time of the day I ain't gonna let you go. Don't spend all those points in one place now, you hear? Goodbye, Your Majesty. I'm gonna screenshot this. I can't help myself. I have to do it. It amuses me when people take names like this. Must screenshot for posterity purposes. Must screenshot. The time brother love defeated Lucifer. There we go. Save as. I actually have a special folder just for situations like this. There we go. Sorry, we don't GG's the Prince of Darkness. No GG's for you. Next game. 126. What a song of delight in a city so bright. We'll be wrapped beneath heaven's fair dome. All the ransom will raise happy songs in his praise when all of God's singers get home. When all of God's singers get home, where never a sorrow will come. There'll be no place like home when all of God's singers get home. having overcome sin, hallelujah, amen, will be heard in that land o'er the foam. Every heart will be light, and each face will be bright, when all of God's singers get home. When all of God's singers get home, where never sorrow will come. There'll be no place like home, when all of God's singers get home. Had to change the notes on one line there because I was not going to hit that note. There was zero chance. Do 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 do. No, I don't know this song. Ooh, this is a good song. I just had to force Survivor DC on me at the end of the match. Like, why? That's a good question. I mean, I play a lot of games in the evening, and I still get lots of DCers in the evening when it's really hard for survivors to get queues. So that's a very good question. Got us some four-man Swift action going on here. Everybody loading in at the same time. I meant to check the store today. I'll do it after stream because every meg I face has a mask. That's just not... It's gotta be for sale in the store, right? I mean, surely thousands of people didn't buy Death Garden. Stay that long just to leave and not get any blood points. Sometimes they do it to deny you a barbecue stack. I've had that happen to me before. And sometimes they do it out of spite because they can't handle the rage they feel at that moment. And I had a friend like that. I haven't heard from him in a really long time. But I used to have a friend that would get super angry at the games. Well, to be honest with you, it's kind of a normal reaction. Dead by Daylight is a very rage-inducing game, if we're being completely honest about it. It'll make you mad in a heartbeat. Aw, look at you safe and sound in your little closet. I wanted the points, that's why I shredded instead of grabbing them. And I want the shred downs. It just feels better this way, it really does. Wow, the basement's way over there. Hey Claude, what up? What up, Claudette? How you doing? Yeah, those survivors were actually quite decent on the last game. I just beat them through altruism. They had those 2 generators done while I was still looking for Claudette. They did great. 1 gen done, 2 gens done. Oh! Say nice things about a team and then they prove me wrong. You are dead. Nope, 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 nope. You are dead. You're as dead as a survivor's ever been in the history of this game. You will not be saved. Your whole team better come. Your whole team better come. Because you're going to need them. Yeah, walk away, David. Walk away, buddy. I'm gonna need that for later. Yeah, when 2 generators pop, I've got to kill survivors immediately at that point. I was just going to play around with the team a little bit, but as soon as both of them popped, I knew I had to kill her. It's the law of the West, partner. Put you right there. Good job, ladies and gentlemen. Good job. I'm feeling lazy. I think I'll just stay here. No need to work hard. Hey, how you doing? How's it going? David, you gotta... I can't say that live on the stream. But this David's very manly. Let me put it that way. Oh, you make me laugh, David. You fill my heart with delight. I like you. We could be friends if we wasn't enemies this one game. That's exactly the kind of thing I would do in the killer's face. We are birds of a feather, you and I, David. I admire it. I mean, the dude has spunk, right? The dude has spirit. My hat's off to him. Sometimes guts is enough. Not this time, but sometimes. Yeah, that's the second team in a row that's forced me to do that. Cause and effect. Scratch marks right here. Hey, David, what up, homie? What up, my dude? How you doing? Nah, I can't let you have this side. I can't let you have this side. I can't let you pick that girl up. GG's. There you go, buddy. Nice and comfy. Both teams, two games in a row, they got 2 generators done. As I was hooking the first survivor, I believe, I could be wrong. This team might have been a little bit slower, but it wasn't much. And you're just not going to win against a coordinated four-man Swift playing the traditional way. Let me put it that way. So Brother Love had to put his face camping glasses on. I'm not mad at them. I think they're great. Cause and effect, right? GG's. I like the new map. I think it's great, but I think it's especially great for survivors who don't have a clue what they're doing because every pallet's safe. GG's, my dudes. Moving on to game number 127, which is, without a doubt, why they made the map with so many safe pallets. Even the walls are a little bit thicker, so it's a little bit harder to get around this killer. It's kind of funny. It's a very safe, fun map. I don't have a problem with it. I think it's better than than Raccoon City Police Department. I think it's better than that. Visually, it's really nice, but it's made for brand new survivors. Is my thought on that. But I like it. I don't have a problem with it. I've never lost on that map a single time, so I especially wouldn't have a problem with it. I think it is a survivor-sided map, but I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, I mean it's got two safe windows in the middle of the map. Survivors can run you forever in the spire, so I try and stay away from there. It's a huge map. It's very large. Terrible for Trapper. It's terrible for several killers, including, I would imagine it would be bad for Blight because there's all these little shrubs that you think you can just walk through. No. You can't walk through them. And as Demogorgon, I hit a bump on the ground once with my M2. I have no clue what I hit, but it wouldn't let me M2 right there. It was weird. So, survivor-sided map, for sure. And I think when survivors figure it out, it's going to be it's going to get a little bit harder as survivors get better at it. Like, I can remember the first time Raccoon City came out, they disabled it. But when it finally came out again, survivors hated that map. And now they love it. They'll send you there because it's great for boom totems. But I don't have a problem with it. Coming up, game number 127. Beyond this land of parting, losing and leaving, far beyond the losses darkening this, and far beyond the taking and the bereaving, lies the summer land of bliss. Land beyond, so fair and bright, land beyond, where is no night. Summerland, God is the light. Oh, happy summer land of bliss. Beyond this land of waiting, seeking and sighing, far beyond the sorrows darkening this, and far beyond the pain and sickness and dying, lies the summer land of bliss. Land beyond, so fair and bright, land beyond, where is no night. Summerland, God is the light. Oh, happy summer land of bliss. I have not sang that song in 20 years, and that song is beautiful. This is another reason that I'm really enjoying streaming 2 hours a day, is I'm going through this songbook, and we're about halfway through it at this point, and I'm just finding all these songs that I didn't know I knew, and I'm having a really good time. Yeah. Save from brother again. You're funny. Listen, I can't beat everybody. The last two teams, I think, had what it took to beat me, but the first team threw it, and the second team, I just don't think they knew I was going to face camp. I'm not unbeatable, unfortunately. I'm going to lose. When? I don't know. Hopefully later than sooner, but it is going to happen. And I will take my hat off to those absolute Chad Alpha survivors and say, job well done. Just like I did last time. This is the second most powerful Demogorgon map. Let me introduce you to Midwich, a map that most killers hate, except for Demogorgon. Can I have your attention, please? Attention, please. Let me set you right here, my lovely. Oh, I was hoping they were both in the lockers. Sneaky, sneaky. Oh, David. You're such a silly goose. I was going to show you my winning strategy. Now I can just stand here and be lazy. What will I do? What will I do? That's a tough one. There is no mercy in this dojo. Mr. Lawrence, what are you looking at? Put him in a body bag, Johnny. These are the 10 games I sweep away. Hey, look at that. Success. But anyway, what you want to do is you want to put one portal on all four corners of the map. And Mr. Miyagi taught me this. No can defense. No can defense that move. Here you go, my lovely little Bill. I don't blame you for going AFK. Yeah. Against any comp team, I would feel good on this map. Not even lying. Raccoon City Police Department and this map are my two strongest maps. And I don't think I've ever lost a game on them as Demogorgon. They are incredibly good for us. But GG's. We're moving on to game number 128 next. Let's go check on Bill. He might un-AFK suddenly. But survivors just can't run around the map as fast as you can as Demogorgon. GG's. Hey, how are you doing, Jacqueline? God bless you. I hope you're having a good morning. It's so good to see you. That was a quick one. We can't submit it for the world record speed run because there was a DC. Yeah, imagine downing everybody in a couple minutes and not being able to submit it. That's a true story. If there's a DC, you cannot submit it. Let's sing a song. This was an old lady's song in my church from when I lived in Georgia. She really liked this song. I am going to a city where the streets with gold are laid, where the tree of life is blooming, and the roses never fade. Here they bloom but for a season, and soon their beauty is decayed. I am going to a city where the roses never fade. And my daddy loved going to this old lady and old man's house because they would cook pies and cookies. And finally my mama had to tell him to stop because he was going to end up eating them out of house and home, but he just loved to spend time with them. Saved one's gone to be with Jesus in their robes of white array. Now are waiting for my coming, where the roses never fade. Here they bloom but for a season, soon their beauty is decayed. I am going to a city where the roses never fade. God bless that couple. They're in heaven now. Let's go. Exciting times, exciting times. Just ran a trapper for 4 gens, and now I'm being camped. Yikes, that's the worst. Listen, I have an internal clock as a survivor, and after about the second tile, my clock says, stop running. This dude is going to camp you. That's what my clock says. That's what it says to me. Dude. And so I will stop running at a hook and let them go ahead and get their hook. If I want to live that game. If I want to live, that's what I'll do. I'm a very silly survivor. Make sure I wear red so I don't startle the killer, you know. And I get more hatches as Ash than I've ever gotten as anybody else. I also do get camped a lot though. I guess it has its pluses and minuses. Game number 128. Tina Marie, God bless you. How are you doing? I hope you're having a good day. And Jacqueline, I hope you feel better. How are you doing? Got tunneled to death. I tried to tell people. People said, Brother Love, you're tunneling people. I said, tunnels are in my kit. What do you expect me to do? I'm just an old man. I don't know how to play this game. I'm just doing my best. Just a poor old Demogorgon trying to make his way in this cruel world. I'm a faded rose. Let's go. Mother's Dwelling. The Red Forest. Biggest map in the game. Lethal Pursuer. So good here. So good on this map. So good. Hello, my lovely little Dweety Pie. Worst possible outcome. There were 3 possible outcomes from that interaction. That was the one I did not want. The funny thing is I even tried to time it right, because if you time it a certain way, you will get the knockdown. I was just a little bit off. How dare you touch my stuff? You filthy muggles. That's what we like to call non-magic folk. Bro, this dude loves this generator more than I've ever seen anybody love anything. Oh no, they've done it again. My plans are ruined. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to kill you guys now. Huh? C'est la vie. Man, this team's on point, guys. You see how quickly they got that save? I think I should be scared. I should be worried about this game. This team is on point. You better not be touching my generator over there. That'll be my generator. Yeah, they were touching it. Oh, you guys fell for the most classic deception of all. For some reason, survivors just love to go back to the same generator. I don't know why. They're like roaches to a sandwich. They just love it. I'm gonna name this generator the Titanic. This is the iceberg that hit you guys right here. Wasn't me. Even though they've done a gen, we had a lot of pressure generated at this point, so I didn't feel too worried. That's why I did that. I feel just fine. Hello, milady. Pleasure to meet you. Oh, she's evil. It says so in her name. Somebody's touching the Titanic again. Guys, what I tell you about touching my things? What did I tell you about that? Okay, we gotta find the elephant man and then we're good. William, where are you at, my brother? Where you at? Yeah, I don't too much care about first hooking her. But I guess I will. She's actually about as far away from a hook as you can get. Honey, you want to bleed out for 4 minutes? We can play it that way. We haven't had a bleed out game in a while. We can do that. That's what you want. Brother Love aims to please. 9 out of 10 dentists agree. Probably shouldn't crawl to a corner. And who am I to argue with the American Dental Association? No, we're actually trying to kill survivors this game, unfortunately. We got, this is 128. We got 3 games left in the stream. Trying to keep the streak going. Doing our best. Bill, where you at, bro? Where you at, Bill? You my kind of survivor. Because you're not around the objectives, and you're not around the survivors. That sounds like something Brother Lowe would do, I ain't gonna lie. That sounds exactly the way I play the game. Let's see, you guys was just right here. There you are. Perfect. You know what, Bill? You're all right by me. You're okay in my book. Don't let anybody say otherwise. You are magnificent. You should probably quit smoking, though. I'm gonna be honest. Probably should give up the habit. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do, ladies and gentlemen. No disrespect to this team. The girl crawled all the way to a corner. There's not a hook near her. I'm gonna let them bleed out, and then I'm gonna hook Bill. Okay? This isn't anything personal. It's just the way the cookie crumbled, so to speak. Let's see. I got tunneled to death. I was his only kill, and still got more blood points than he did. That means McKay isn't a muggle. If she didn't do a big teabag, she might have gotten away. Yeah, that's the word that we use for the non-magic folk. Muggles, they're fascinating. With their little bureaucracies and societies and so forth. But don't feel bad, because they're evil. The evil wild man. Now, don't tell me you don't have Unbreakable. Surely you do, right? That would be embarrassing. Sometimes survivors do that just to trick you up. Be like a Bill with Dead Hard, you know? Alright, Bill. Now it's time to say goodbye to all our company. M-I-C-K-Y M-O-U-S-E. Those my kids. Yeah. I can't do the Mickey Mouse voice. It cracks me up, man. GG's. GG's, my beautiful lovelies. Thank you for sending me this map. I appreciate it. I hope it met your expectations. Moving on to the next game, number 129. 129. Let's sing a song. Here I labor and toil as I look for a home. Just a humble abode among men. While in heaven a mansion is waiting for me, and a gentle voice pleading, come in. 'Cause there's a mansion now empty, just waiting for me. It's at the end of life's troublesome way. And I know that the Savior will welcome me there, near the door of that mansion someday. I'd settle for a shack if I could be with the Savior, don't be honest. When my labor and toiling have ended below, and my hand shall lie folded in rest, I'll exchange this old home for a mansion up there, and invite the archangel as guest. 'Cause there's a mansion now empty, just waiting for me. It's at the end of life's troublesome way, and I know that the Savior will welcome me there, near the door of that mansion Someday. Amen. Love that song. Perfect timing. Look at that. Perfect timing. Another four-man Swift. Let's go. Let's do it. Put it on me. Hit me with your best shot. And then Brother Love can move on to a different adventure. Adventure, old friend. Hear me now, thou bleak and unbearable world. Thou art base and debauched as can be. Let's go. It's been a good day so far. I've been productive this morning, so I'm happy about that. And guess what I got waiting for me for lunch? Some delicious, nutritious 4-bean chili. Yum! Yum! We love it. Another trapper and Randy for 5 gens. You're getting better. Good job. I say you're getting better. I mean, it wasn't your fault you got caught after 4 gens. Let me be honest with you. Like, that's a spectacular run. It really is. 5 gens. Amazing. We have mac and cheese. Delightful. I do like macaroni and cheese, but I'm afraid that my tastes are rather humble. I like Kraft macaroni and cheese and Velveeta shells and cheese. Every time I've had something fancier, I always think it's really good, but it's just not what I had in my childhood, you know? Yeah, Velveeta shells and cheese is a big favorite around these here parts with my family. Yeah, you make it from scratch. I don't doubt it at all. I don't doubt it at all. Let's go. Let's do it. Stop what you're doing, because I'm about to ruin the style and the things that you used to. You say I look funny, but yeah, I'm getting 4k's. Let's go. Hey, how you doing? How's it going, David? What's up? Zippity. Bop. Boom, pow. I'm about to end this man's whole career. Did you guys ever see that video where the dude's pretending like he's a rap master? And it is so funny. I have such an adolescent sense of humor, I know it. You monster! How dare you! Did you see what happened? He turned to the left suddenly. It hurts my feelings when you don't want to get caught. Makes me think you guys don't want to get 4K'd or something. No, that's just silly talk. Hey, good cooking. What's about cooking? How about cooking up some mac and cheese? Oh, you monster! You did it again. I didn't think he'd do it, but he did it. You guys are some sneaky sneaks. Dead hard. I'm not too worried about what's going on because they haven't done the generator, and I could do this all day with the team. I'm fine with that. Let me be completely honest. This is a win for us. Like, this is exactly the kind of game you want to play. Ahoy, ahoy! Ahoy there, nigga. Ooh, somebody touched this generator. How could you? It was too young to be repaired. like this team. We can be friends. After I kill all 4 of you. But then we can be friends. Let me read chat real quick. Nothing's going on. Let's see. I used to make mac and cheese homemade. Not with homemade pasta because I don't have something to make pasta, but my kids tasted boxed and never wanted mine. Oh, that is sad. But my husband doesn't like mac and cheese, but he does like mine. That's a good husband. GG's, my dude. David, you're a hero in my book. And isn't that really what matters? You're the hero I needed, David. You can be hero if you let me 4K. It's a small price to pay, isn't it? I think so. You monsters! How dare you! Hey, what up? How's it going, homie? Let's do this thing. This person's name is Kate. Hi, Kate. I will be your host. Let me introduce you to your date. If I was a hook and we went on our first date, what would we do? Well, I'd take you to the hook 3 times, Pilgrim. Let's go. Hey, how are you doing? Nuki, I hope you're having a good day. Hey, what's up? Well, please forgive me if I mispronounce that. God bless you, and I hope you have a beautiful, magnificent day. Thank you for the subscription. Jeez Louise. Big lemon over here. Did you see what she did? She hit me right in the kisser with that palette. How dare you, my lady? It is not silly. And I was gonna serenade you too. I just don't know what to do now. I'm gonna be honest. I'm an emotional wreck. Oh, guys, I hear they're gonna come out with season 2 of Queen's Gambit. For those of you who don't know, Magnus Carlsen, the absolute Chad that he is he has gone up 2 games in the World Championship match. And it looks like he's gonna win. I'm so excited for him. I like to pretend when he does good stuff, I do good stuff. Yes, yes. Me and Magnus. Bestest friends. GG's. I hope you guys have a swell day. That was game number 129. We got one more song left in the stream. Hey, you did it! Good job. Put you right back here. But thank you so much for that sub. I greatly appreciate you. Let me read chat. Making it yourself is pretty easy. The only reason I got a pasta maker is that it makes nice shapes. That is awesome. The chess show, absolutely. I love chess. Chess is amazing. It's beautiful. It's a complete waste of time to learn, but but it is beautiful and I do love it. GG's, guys. God bless. That team was fun. We can be friends. Last game of the stream coming up, and I have the perfect banger, the perfect song to sing before that game. Let's go. This was one of my favorite songs as a kid. I'm satisfied with just a cottage below, a little silver and a little gold. But in that city where the ransom will shine, I want a gold one, that silver line. I've got a mansion just over the hilltop, in that bright land where we'll never grow old. And someday yonder we'll never more wander, but walk on streets that are purest gold. Though often tempted, tormented and tested, and I'm like the prophet, my pillow a stone. And though I find here no permanent dwelling, I know he'll give me a mansion my own. I've got a mansion just over the hilltop, in that bright land where we'll never grow old. And someday yonder we'll never more wander, but walk on streets that are purest gold. Don't think me poor or deserted or lonely, I'm not discouraged, I'm heaven bound. I'm just a pilgrim in search of a city. I want a mansion, a robe and a crown. I've got a mansion just over the hilltop, in that bright land where we'll never grow old. I'm sorry, I was looking at the screen. And someday yonder we'll never more wander, but walk on streets that are purest gold. Yep, that was my favorite as a kid. I wanted a mansion just over the hilltop. Let's go. Woo! Quick cue times. Lovely. Last game of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Last game of the day. What did I eat today? Well, I haven't eaten anything yet, but I'm about to go get some chili. And we had a runt in one litter, and so we moved it to the litter that only had two, and we're going to see how that went today. Hopefully the transition went fine. I have no idea. But you feel bad for the runts, you know? But the two who were with the mother that only had two, right? They were plumpy. Ooh, they were plumpy, just full of milk and happiness. So we're hopeful that everything works out good for the runt. Usually the runts work out just fine. It would be the first time if something did happen to the runt. It would be the first time. Rabbits are unusually good mothers, it seems to me. And the male rabbits are really good at trying to protect the female rabbits. That's what I like about them. Larry's boo! But they brought 2 coins. I have a good feeling about that. I have a good feeling. If they brought 2 coins, it makes me think they just want to help their friend get a challenge done. Hey, how you doing? Yep, it's me. It's Brother Bert. Yeah. It's nice to see you too. Don't worry, I'll give that teammate time to open up the chest. How does that sound? Ooh, I almost took a wrong turn there. Larry's is not my favorite. Let me just put it that way. Larry's is, it doth not spark happiness. It does not spark joy. Let me just simplify it that way. Hey, look at that. We're right next to the... Now, normally I would suggest not going to the basement, but... There you go. Alright, Rachel, who's also a linebacker. You can tell she put that in the title. Hi, I'm Rachel, the linebacker. I think we're gonna play a game of Can You Stop Me From Killing the Survivor? It is one of my favorite games. Let's go off to the races. Can you save Rachel? That's it. The question. To be or not to be, whether it is noble or not. Shit. Fancy meeting you here, milady. You know what this map could use? A basement party. That's what this map could use. Bill, you know which way you're going, buddy? Which way you headed there, Bill? Dr. Stoner makes an awful lot of noise. He might need to lay off the edibles. I've never had an edible, but I hear they cause things like that. Well, let's go. This match is going gangbusters. So long, farewell, after you said goodbye. GG's. What? I'm just gonna pretend like that didn't happen. Let's try this again. Second verse different than the first. That game went great. Even for Larry's map. It was delicious. This is me and you. This is me and you, buddy. Oh, you were playing with Dr. Stoner earlier? That's awesome. The last survivor's cussing up a storm. I don't know. I don't go to their streams. I'm afraid of them. I made the mistake of watching some of the tournament streams, and I was like, "Yikes, brother! Love is toxic." I'm sorry. I thought about going to their stream and apologizing to them, but the last time I did that, they banned me from the stream and said a whole bunch of mean things to me. So, yeah, I am sorry though. I wasn't trying to be toxic in the tournament. I just got beat so bad the first game, I had to change my strategy for the next one. I did feel bad about that though, not gonna lie. GG's, my beautiful, lovely survivors. See you in the fog. And my beautiful friends, that is the end of the stream for today. God bless you. I hope you all have a wonderful, lovely time. Yeah, that's it. The stream will be ending shortly. Bye, guys.